Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Rndr, FET and Injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna see, of course, Rndr first, where we are still looking at our impulse here on the 2 hours chart. Potentially 1, 2, and then wave 3, wave 4 given in our testing area as an expanding flat there. And of course, wave 5 might still be pushing for higher. However, of course, we see a lot of pressure in the market right now, in the crypto market, despite that the things are very, very complex, I would say. And we're still looking for lower, knowing that normally, as of course, as a pattern that we are looking here, it should push really for higher. But the problem is that the signal that we get there is not really enough to say that we are pushing for higher still. Can be a potential ABC there, and that we push for lower still, especially of course that this can be of course an impulse as a wave 1, so we gotta be careful with it. And we can see exactly here what I'm talking about. Like, the market is very hesitating and so much in confusion, I would say, still not knowing what to do. Should we sell or should we buy? I would say we got kind of like a leading diagonal yesterday as a 1-2, then trying to follow up with another leading diagonal, which it can be even an ABC there. And still, of course, potentially here you have the A, B, and a C, and then D, and an E potentially to push for lower. So triangle by all means, yeah. So A, B, C, D, and an E potentially, and then continuation toward the downside. However, if this is a triangle, well, I would say even the invalidation can be taken here. It was like very, very close to it. But let me check if it taken. It's exactly the same price. It's horrible. It's horrible, guys. So I cannot confirm even that this is a part of a wave D and an E, or the opposite. Yeah. So because it just took the price exactly the same price. And there still can be, of course, a triangle. It can be a triangle in this way, finished, and we push toward the downside, or it can be in the opposite way as an A, and then A, B, C, D, and an E, and then pushing for higher. So again, a lot of confusions is still there. We're waiting for the breakout, what it's gonna be. However, if this is your low there and you got kind of like an A, and then you're looking for wave V, potentially wave C can still be higher. And even if you are in an ABC there, you are looking at a triangle wave X, meaning here kind of like an A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y. So by all means, this whole thing, let me clarify, as the highest possibility that it might happen. Still, of course, looking for higher, honestly. Because of course after this correction it looks like we're not ready to push for lower, and it's not looking even very bullish, right? So very likely to be simply corrective still in a bigger correction. Very likely wave X there and wave Y to unfold. Okay, so W and X, A, B, C, D, E, and then wave Y as a zigzag or something like that. Yeah, so it can be a flat or expanding flat. We'll see. But yeah, the things are still, of course, not very clear for Rndr. But I think that, yeah, the lowest in the lowest time frame here, I think we still need to push for higher before we continue the drop. Now, of course, the drop can continue since, of course, we are corrective, and that means can be something deeper again, invalidation of this impulse. In case Rndr wants to continue on the macro level here, for, of course, a correction as a W and X and a wave Y as an ABC, or potential it's an ABC and you are in diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to reach this area. And we need the time. Don't forget that we need the balance here in time between the W and the wave Y. Yeah, so this is very, very likely as well. So yeah, basically as a wave Y, you can get simply a zigzag, kind of like an A. This is your wave B there, A, B, and a potential wave C, even diagonal unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Very, very likely. Or what I see yet, of course, on the macro, that we might still need time to close there. and that this is not yet confirmed that something is bullish. We don't have the 5 waves. So yeah, very hard to say that we are bullish, especially on the micro level. Is very, very choppy and very hesitating, honestly, and it doesn't look well. The market, it doesn't look really good. So I mean, it's so confused. It's unstable. So this is regarding Rndr. Let's see the next one. We have here FET. For FET as well, we are still looking here on the lower time frame. Also something ranging sideways after the drop, the invalidation already taken for the 1, 2, 3 wave 4 very deep. And so I would say, invalidation for bearish. Of course, you need to take this high, but very hard to say after this choppy price here that we are looking at. It's very, very triangular as well. So basically, we are here in a triangle potentially. An A, B, C, D, and a potential wave E still unfolding, and then continuation toward the downside in a wave 4. And that means, of course, for FET, we might continue the drop here towards this box, where we need anyway time as well to finish up here within the correction, the big correction that we have in 3 waves. Triangle wave X, and can be, of course, another zigzag wave Y, meaning A, B, and a C. Wave C is unfolding as diagonal or as an impulse in case it wants to be very, very impulsive. Can it be also an A, B, and a C? Of course, the wave C can be a big, big diagonal, taking more time, of course. The wave Y can finish up at 0.618. The wave C can finish at the 1.0 fib time there. So this is a difference. Like ABC can finish Y pushing higher, or it can be a diagonal finishing at 1-to-1, and starting the push towards the upside. So basically, lower time frame, I would say it's hard yet to say that we are pushing for lower or for higher. Still the triangle playing there, and I think it is still unfinished. So we have an ABC, D, and we're looking for wave E to unfold still toward the upside, and then pushing for lower. But at the end, the macro level still suggesting, of course, lower prices, guys. Finally, we're going to see, of course, the Injective. Injective is also on the 2-hour chart, still ranging in this triangle, as you can see here. So basically, we are also still very corrective here on Injective on the all-time history. We still, of course, in a potential WX and a wave Y. We still need the 0.618. Can be a triangle even here because the X is a zigzag, so can be triangle. But internally as well, still hesitating as well. We see, of course, this triangle right now unfolding as a wave 4 potentially there. So basically this triangle is an A, B, C, D, and an E, can be finished and starting with 1, 2 here. So we gotta be careful with it. So this is our scenario there. Wave 3, I would say, then finish there. This is your wave 4, and then wave 5 to unfold downward. So we gotta be careful, of course. I mean, here also 1, 2, 3, and this wave 4. I'm also wondering why we go very, very long sideways in case this is your 1, 2, 3, right? Your wave 2 is very shallow in time. Why we are taking so much time here? Why we go in triangle? So very, very big question mark, which can be, of course, something else unfolding here. And that means can be finished 3 waves down. But I mean, at the end, it is also triangle. Can be something else, potentially a wave A and wave B and then wave C, therefore. This is highest possibility here. That means it can be this is a finished 3 wave. We're looking for a triangle in between, and then we continue the drop in other 3 waves here. But why it's gonna do this? Because it's a crypto market, right? Very complex always. I'm trying to figure it out why, guys. It might turn into A, B, and a C. Okay, that means it's an expanding flat. Can be an A, B, and a C then again, and then pushing for lower. Yeah, that's very possible because we are looking for this very long sideways and not reflecting wave 2. Can be, of course, a 3 waves there, taking the low as an expanding flat, pushing higher wave C and then pushing lower. It might do this just to confuse us, of course, guys, because the market is very, very, very choppy right now, guys. Very choppy, and it's very boring and very in triangular shape. So we gotta be careful. So trade safe with it. At the end, of course, the macro level still suggesting for lower for most of the altcoins, guys. That was it for Rndr, FET, and Injective. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.